What are the main eligibility criteria of the two main express entry programs to help you plan for Canadian immigration? Canada's express entry system manages the applications for the Federal Skilled Worker Program or FSWP and the Canadian Experience Class or CEC. You can be eligible for both at the same time, but you cannot choose which one you get invited to apply for. The reason is that Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada or IRCC invites candidates to apply based on the following order. First CEC, second FSWP, third Federal Skilled Trades Program or FSTP. Hi everybody, thank you for watching this video. If this is your first time visiting our channel, my name is Ahmad Razan here at Persio Global. We help those who are in search of better opportunities to work, live or study abroad. In this video, I'm going to present a comparison between FSWP and CEC eligibility criteria of these two main express entry programs to help you plan for Canadian immigration. So if you're eligible for all three programs of express entry, you will be invited for the CEC first. For example, if you're eligible for the CEC and the FSWP, you will be invited to apply for the CEC. If you're eligible for the FSWP and the FSTP, you will be invited for the FSWP. The reason the CEC goes first is because these candidates do not have to provide proof of settlement funds. And many FSWP candidates who are also eligible for the CEC would prefer not to have this requirement. Of course, FSWP candidates are exempt from this requirement if they have a valid job offer in Canada. Although statistically speaking, more CEC candidates apply from within Canada and FSWP candidates more often apply internationally, as long as you meet the criteria of each program, you can still apply. Geographical location is not a factor of eligibility for either program. Here is a side-by-side comparison of the eligibility criteria for each program. In order to be eligible for the Canadian Experience Class, you need to have at least 1 year of eligible work experience in Canada. You need to have completed 1,560 hours of work within the past 3 years in an occupation that falls under the National Occupational Classification or NOC skill type 0, A or B. Volunteer experience doesn't count. You must have been paid for your work and had legal status to work in Canada. In addition, you must meet the minimum English or French language proficiency in all abilities according to the Canadian Language Benchmark or CLB. For those with Canadian work experience in a NOC B occupation, you can be eligible with a CLB 5. All others need a CLB of 7. Note, language tests are only valid for 2 years and must be valid on the day you apply for permanent residence. The FSWP has minimum requirements for skilled work experience, language ability, and education. It also has its own points grid. A skilled work experience means your occupation falls under the National Occupational Classification, NOC skill type 0, A or B. Your experience must have the same NOC as the job you want to use for your primary occupation in your immigration application. Your skilled work experience must have been completed in the past 10 years. You can meet the minimum 1,560 hours required in a few ways. Full-time at one job or 30 hours per week for 12 months, which equals 1 year full-time or 1,560 hours. Or equal amount in part-time work, for example, 15 hours per week for 24 months, which equals 1 year full-time or 1,560 hours. Or full-time at more than one job or 30 hours per week for 12 months at more than one job, which equals 1 year full-time or 1,560 hours. You must get a minimum Canadian language benchmark or CLB of 7 in English or French in all abilities, including reading, writing, speaking, and listening. To meet the minimum education requirements, you must prove you have either a Canadian high school diploma or the equivalent. If your education was completed outside of Canada, you need an educational credential assessment. IRC will also assess your application based on a 100-point grid to assess eligibility for the FSWP. The current pass mark is 67 points. You earn points based on 6 factors: age, education, work experience, whether you have a valid job offer, English and or French language skills, adaptability, which means how well you're likely to settle here. The table here shows how each factor is weighed according to IRCC. The FSWP is the only express entry managed program that uses this grid. Canada has resumed express entry draws for FSWP and CEC candidates after an 18-month pause. IRCC held an all-program express entry draw on July 6, inviting 1,500 candidates with scores of at least 557. Furthermore, Immigration Minister has said that the expected processing times for all express entry programs will return to the processing standard for new applicants. That means new FSWP and CEC candidates could see their applications processed in 6 months. Although we don't know for sure what the next express entry draw will look like, we know IRCC will have to continue holding all program draws in order to meet their express entry targets on the immigration levels plan for the years to come. Thank you for your support and likes and being a subscriber of Persia Global channel. We value your confidence in our content and videos and sincerely appreciate your time. Hope we met your expectations via the videos of the channel. Please comment and let us know about any specific content that could meet your immigration or relocation case. Make sure you don't miss out on other valuable videos related to immigration, study abroad, and visa acquisition. In this channel, I address many tips and points you can learn from our years of experience to ensure you are doing right or submitting the right documents. To get started by subscribing to our channel from today or contact us to use our services at persiaglobal.net/contact. Don't forget to hit notification bell and like button below this video. This is Amar Tawakkoli for Persia Global. May God bless you abundantly on your immigration and relocation journey. As always, pin all your hopes always on God. You will never be pinned down by man. I'll see you in the next videos.